What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition Real Estate Podcast, episode 198. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
And this week we watched Dead Alive, original title, Braindead.
Braindead, dude.
Braindead.
I kind of like that title a little bit better.
Yeah, well, and what's weird is when you look it up, to like go to, what you call it, IMDb or something, it tells you it's Braindead. Then when you click on it, Dead Alive.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense,
Okay.
man.
Nothing's made sense since we watched Tenet, guys.
Yeah.
For real. I think it fucked up the space-time continuum,
Well,
you know?
did y'all see where the planet's spinning faster this year?
Is it?
You guys see that? Y'all didn't see that?
No.
Whoa, it was just a
No.
little bit. Like, we lost
nook and
time
cranny
this year.
You pull that sliver of paper
Here was
out
the
of.
thing, dude, and there's even videos where people took videos of this. On December the 31st at 12 o'clock, the calendar went to December the 32nd for just a little bit. And it was like, oh, this is a cursed year.
Yeah.
The planets aligned. CERN's fucking smashing particles. They're like, it's just a little black hole. It won't hurt nothing.
Teleporting stuff now, too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It was, what was that? Quantum teleportation up to 27 miles.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought Event Horizon was a movie, not a documentary.
No, dude, this is 2020. The movie.
Yeah.
But
See,
yeah.
what had happened was... So, yeah. I mean, I remember watching this movie when I was
I ain't
younger.
never seen it.
Dude, it's been so long since I've watched it.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's so over the top, dude.
Does it not remind you of Evil Dead?
Yes, dude.
Like
That's what
Evil
I
Dead
that's what I
2.
got.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It goes full Evil Dead in the last 30
Full.
minutes, for sure.
I mean,
The comedy.
because the comedy and then the angles, like,
It all worked so
Yeah, the way it
well.
was shot.
yeah,
Dude, the fucking ninja priest.
That's what I was
How
gonna say.
fucking funny was that?
it
He
was
kicks
great.
ass for the Lord. And what did he say? He said, "Step back, boy. This needs divine intervention."
Yeah,
And he hopped down there and he
Dude.
said, "I kick ass for the Lord," and fucked him up.
yeah.
a lot
he
of
did.
a lot of times I'll watch movies and they will be funny, but like I laugh internally, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I I I fucking laughed out loud at the fucking priest scene. That shit was it was so left field. I already knew the acting was exquisite,
Yeah.
but
That dude was hilarious.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
What they were banging on the table in there?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you must have found your dad's old
Stag
stag
collection.
videos."
He's like, "Is it
Yeah.
the one with the girl and the pony?"
Yeah,
He
it's
was like,
whoa.
don't talk about my dad
Now-
like that."
let's go ahead and cut to the one thing: the fucking baby.
The
Oh
baby,
my
dude.
god, how over the top was this baby?
Oh my god,
She had this
Like-
baby in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
this
30
movie
minutes.
doesn't let up too, man.
No.
Like it stays ridiculous the whole way through.
Wide open.
Even like with the early character development of showing you timid little Lionel, man, like he was
Yeah.
fucking
His mom
Seemed
had
like
him
he was
wrapped
gonna-
around her finger.
dude. He shook like he was gonna spontaneously combust at any loud noise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he was all clumsy and always tripping over shit.
yeah. But he kind of had a I don't know, like his personality, like in an alternate New Zealand universe
Mhm.
where Doctor Who was created, he was one of the doctors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking he was more like a New Zealand Rick Moranis.
Yeah, he's kind of got that feel to him as well. Yeah, I can see
He
that.
definitely, but I see what you're saying. He did look. There were times where I'm like, dude, this dude could be a David Tennant double.
Yeah, right.
This
But,
shit was way out there, dude.
Yeah, but it was like the late 80s, early 90s, like horror comedy was just a great time. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And like this is like almost like I would consider this and like Evil Dead 2 / Army of Darkness like the quintessential horror comedy.
Yeah.
You know? It's just over the top, crazy nonsense. It doesn't let up. And like when you think that it couldn't get any more outrageous, it just
It
continues
does.
to
It
climb.
fucking does. Like
Yeah.
this movie had all the little it had all other types of horror with it too. I mean, we had zombies, we had body horror,
Yeah.
we had just like
Crazy
gore, all
creatures.
that. Yeah, creature feature style shit. And it was such a good little blend of all of those elements, man.
Well, dude, you
Yeah,
got
and
all
all
this shit happening, and then all of a sudden it cuts to him, and he's trying to like contain it, and
yeah,
he's got
like
them all around the
people
table feeding them the custard with the tranquilizer in it, and I'm like, and they're
yeah,
like,
Oh man, how gross was this fucking movie's practical effects, man?
dude,
They
when he
nailed that
folded her
shit.
head back and was putting it down in her stomach, like,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
what about the little intestine that came out?
Oh, like the little
Yeah,
asshole?
and was fighting the dude and
Oh,
farted on him.
oh my god. I
That
mean,
what
I
was funny
wasn't
was when it got in the mirror and it started looking at itself and like
yeah.
it was combing its hair, It's like, whoa, dude, this is out
Yeah.
there.
It is out there. And it also had kind of a Gremlins feel in a
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm because like the creatures that he's dealing with are so entertaining.
Yeah.
Like just their actions and what they would do, like especially whenever he had like you said before, all four of them around the table.
Yeah.
And dude's looking over at the chick and she's
Rubbing
like
her
giving him the
leg.
eyes. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is fucking I
Rips his
wasn't
fucking lips off.
yeah, and he was cool
Well,
with
and the
it.
baby's just giggling. The
Yeah.
baby's running around like a little gremlin, just laughing at everything.
Those
Like,
the random shots where you could tell it was just like a kid in a suit
yeah.
running off to like a hole or
Yeah.
whatever.
That was but it worked
Well,
though,
and then this scene, like,
Oh, the park scene.
why did he
How
take the
fucking
baby to the
hilarious
park?
was that?
Why
It
did
made
that
no
happen?
sense, Adam. It made no sense.
It's like he
dude.
took her out there and he was watching people and he's like, Gucci, Gucci, goo. He's
No,
got
but then
fucking
you see the
barbed
camera.
wire around the
Yeah, when
baby.
you see
Like,
the camera shot,
yeah.
he's got that thing barricaded in that motherfucker.
I knew, I was like, he's going to put the doll in there and pull it back and there's going to be no head on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, why did he take it to the park? He's just trying to be
Well,
a good dude, man.
well, and a little titty bit about that scene because I did a little investigation. So they had a budget on this movie of like
3 million.
it was 4.5 million was the budget.
Okay.
But they got the film done in $3 million.
Okay.
So Peter Jackson was like, I've got this crazy idea for a scene.
Mhm.
What if he takes the baby to the park
Yeah.
and hijinks ensue,
Yeah. Comedy.
And yeah, and so that was the very last thing that they filmed. And Peter Jackson said it was his favorite scene from the film.
So slapstick.
Yeah,
The whole thing. It was like an episode of the fucking Three Stooges
yeah,
with
for
a
real.
demon baby.
And him like running around and slipping on everything.
Everything, dude.
Why would you put a park on a hill?
I don't know, but
first
when
of
he
all?
was chasing the little carriage thing, he was just falling over everything, and I'm like, dude, there's stuff in front of you. Go around it, like
Yeah,
sliding
on,
down
man.
that hill,
yeah,
beating
And
the
it's just
baby on the
like-
swing set.
that
Everybody's
shit
just
was
watching it,
so-
like, what the fuck?
When he smacks its fucking head with the seat,
Yeah.
like,
It's
or just about, or like, just think about how many times that little baby prop went flying through the air in that movie.
yeah, right. And what about dude's uncle?
Oh
right?
man, did y'all notice they gave him like a little herpes?
Yeah, a
And
little
it
herpy
kept
lip.
like
It made
when he
me-
first comes around, he's got one, and then he's got one on the
It
top
made-
of his lip and on the other side, and
Like the motherfucker from Dune.
Yeah. But like that one scene where he's in the kitchen.
fucking him up.
And yeah, dude, and he fucking chops all them bodies up.
Yeah, having a good
I was
time.
Yeah, right. And whenever he put that gnome in that
Yeah,
decapitated, like it's just little shit like
hilarious,
that. It's
dude.
like, yeah,
Yeah, for a film so old now, none of the zombie kills have ever been replicated in that
No.
movie,
no,
and I
not at
don't
all.
know why.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen a movie this gory.
no,
I did see somewhere where they were like they pumped tons of fake blood. I mean, clearly you see it, but they even had like a how many liters per second they were spewing out on set during filming.
yeah,
Dude, here's another scene. when he's in the house and all the zombies from the party start walking toward him and he's like running in place
Oh yeah,
and the blood
right.
and it's like, come on, dude, that's not how that works. Like,
Dude,
It's just it's so over the top and nonsensical, but it was so enjoyable.
it was,
though,
man. I enjoyed the hell out
look,
of it.
it's a movie that was so aware of how ridiculous it was
Yeah.
that the when they were getting the film rating for New Zealand, I guess, the people overseeing it were like, we can let like younger audiences see it, like lowering it to like age 16 or something.
Hmm.
But it inevitably went up to 18, but because it was just so much gore, just so I think that was the argument. It was like it's because there was just so fucking much of it going on in this movie.
I bet
That's
everything
why
was
it had such
fine
a.
until the mom came out with her big titties and ass.
Yeah, that was.
It was like, whoa.
But
It's ultimately a mom's an asshole film.
Yeah. Mommy
well,
Dearest.
Done
Yeah.
through the craziest imagination.
yeah, but and you're exactly right. I mean that's what's so great about that film is. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on,
All right.
y'all keep going.
I would like to think I'm picking up what he's putting down, but it's like it has such simple, subtle themes
Hmm.
that are able to become something so crazy, like with the zombies and with
Yeah.
the creature part of the mom. It's just it's like it's the perfect silly goose time movie, man.
Well, the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, Peter Jackson made this.
Yeah, I'm like
Peter
Lord of the
fucking
Rings,
Jackson.
Lord of the Rings, the Frightener. Like, you watch the Frighteners and you're like, okay, that's some humble beginnings for
Yeah.
something as epic as the Tolkien adaptations become. But then you watch this movie, and it's like, holy shit! I had no idea.
No idea.
I did see the trivia, but I was trying to look for it because once we figured out that Jackson likes to do cameos in his films, I was looking for. I was like, surely he's got it in his
He
first
had the voice
one.
at the end, right? For the mom?
Well, I never realized it, but he was the Undertaker's assistant, and I don't know how long.
Oh,
It
he
was
was
such a
young,
blink and
too.
it was such a blink and you miss it for
He was
me,
the
I
one
guess,
that
or
was
I just
eating the sandwich off the dead body.
that was him.
I don't know. I'm
Where
asking
like it's
you.
where it's pumping like all. See, I'm not sure. This
Well, that would
movie's
be the
so.
Undertaker. That would be the assistant. And when they run in there, he's wearing glasses. I mean, he's young.
But I remember him grabbing that fucking sandwich
Yeah,
and thinking
it
that was
took a bite out of
disgusting,
it.
dude.
And she's being
No
pumped
fucks
full of like,
given.
yeah.
All that reanimator shit,
Well, dude, when they walked in there, he looked at her and went, cool. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is his third movie. He did a short, so really fourth. But that Bad Taste and that Meet the Feebles were like twisted. They're both twisted. Like weird
See,
shit.
now I want to watch Meet the Feebles.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a musical reference in this one to it as well. I did do a deep dive on the trivia once it went off. I was like, this has got to have some crazy little, side notes to it.
But
Facts.
just craziness.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Sorry
saying while
about
you were gone. That the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, Peter Jackson made this.
I know, right? But it's one of those films where it's like, because he helped co-write it. There was like
Yeah.
what 3 or 4
Yeah,
writers
him
on
and
it.
I believe his wife. Remember, they wrote The Feebles and
Yeah,
Bad Taste. That's his writing part, or one of.
yeah. So it's like they're like, we've got this crazy idea. Like a man has like mother issues.
Mother
And
issues, mommy issues for sure.
yeah. And let's take that idea and throw like creatures in there
Yeah.
and just run with it. And it to me, like while I was watching it, I felt through the film the enjoyment of not only the cast of like being in this film and like all this ridiculous stuff, but also like the writing and Peter Jackson and his wife and everything. It's just like it's just a goofy, fun little movie, and
Mhm.
it shows in every way possible. Like you pick up everything that they're putting down, and you're like, they had a blast while they were filming this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this
Laughed their ass
movie
off.
this lets you know, like the movie lets you know what kind of film you're about to get with just that crazy scene of the rat monkey.
Yeah, right.
Like the whole, like the catching of it and everything.
And the story, he's like, it came off of a ship and it fucked a monkey, and it's like, what
Now,
the fuck?
okay, so now did you guys? I did read this on the trivia page, but did you guys notice all of the skull, like the fact that the monster was from Skull Island,
Yeah, it was a King Kong reference.
and apparently in King Kong he references the rat monkey in one sequence.
Oh wow.
So he kind of
It's-
goes full circle with his stuff because I guess
Yeah,
he's a
Do a
Kong
little
fan.
trivia for the fans.
yeah.
I like when that little rat monkey reached in there and smacked that monkey, ripped his arm off. It's like,
Yeah,
why
it's
do you
like,
even
what?
have this creature here?
For real.
That guy came over there, poor little bugger.
Yeah.
You didn't see it coming, didn't it?
I love the New Zealand accent too.
Yeah,
Like it's almost Australian, but it's not quite.
yeah.
You know? But and then like the romantic interest that he had, the
Yeah.
girl. It's just like this whole like we're gonna do some tarot deck shit,
Mm-hmm.
and when you see the star, you found him, and then here this clumsy ass comes fucking
Yeah,
bebop
fumbling
up in the
around.
store. Yeah, and then
Well,
she instantly falls in love, and it's like that's
No,
not how this
Destiny.
works.
well, no, like that whole setup was hilarious because, like you were saying, she's like, she's talking to him at dinner. She's like, I really like so and so, and the grandma's like, want to
He's not
read
the
your
one.
fucking fortune?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's never happened before in that family,
Yeah.
you know?
but I loved it, man.
Yeah,
I thought that it was such a fun film, dude, and it's one of those that like if you have people around like really good friends that like Evil Dead and stuff like that, you can just throw this on in the background and like just be mesmerized by the nonsense. Like be talking and it's like, oh, here's the scene with the priest kicking everybody's ass,
Yeah.
and everybody gets quiet for a second, laughs at this dude while he's beating the shit out of
Well,
these
he goes straight
greasers.
kung fu on him, dude. He wants to be a ninja.
It was fucking awesome, right? And then like you can pick up talking, and then it's like, oh, check this scene out. It's the dinner table scene
Yeah.
with the dude banging the chick, and it's
Mhm.
like, oh, now they're having a baby. It's just one of those. It's one of those films that you can throw on in the background or sit down with a group of people and watch, and it's like, you've seen some over the top shit, but I don't know if you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
You ever see this movie?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I would say, wouldn't you say it's one of the earliest homage films to horror?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could definitely see that. It was a love letter.
Whether it's his intention or not. I mean,
I was
you could
looking
kind
at
of look
the
at looking backwards now. It's like it's very ahead of its time. Like it's the kind of horror film you would expect maybe on a higher budget, but like something now. Maybe
Yeah.
not as over the top because things would probably not go that out of hand.
Yeah.
I was looking earlier at because it kind of had it like those shots you're talking about of Evil Dead. It kind of had that Army of Darkness kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And then those shots, man, those close-ups of the face. These movies came
Oh,
out a week apart.
I mean, it makes sense.
February the 12th, Braindead drops. February the 19th, you get Army of Darkness.
Which I mean,
Same
he
year.
like the angles and the camera work, like he pulled a lot of inspiration from Evil Dead
Oh
2.
yeah.
Because I mean, they did that a little bit in Evil Dead, but not as much as Evil Dead 2 did, you
No.
know? And like you can definitely, and it's like it's crazy because I've seen interviews with Sam Raimi and Peter Jackson and all this stuff. I would love to see them two sit down and talk about, Dead Alive and Evil Dead, and like because I would love to hear Peter Jackson be like, "Well, I was completely inspired." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not only by classic horror films and things that had come out, specifically a lot of the creature effects and stuff from the 80s, but also just this slapstick style that
Yeah.
Sam Raimi kind of developed,
Slapstick horror.
Yeah.
Which is not you know what I mean? When you say that, it's like, what? It's like, oh dude, it's
It-
hilarious. You gotta see it.
Yeah, you
So
just don't
funny.
understand. Yeah. But it's It's fun. It's a fun little film, dude. And it's crazy that nobody talks about it now.
Yeah.
Because, like,
It's criminally underrated now.
it's like, when's the last time that you've heard anybody mention this film?
I've never heard anyone
Never.
talk about this film until we dug it up for the pod. I remember seeing it back in the day when I was a kid on the
Yeah,
shelf.
I remember seeing that
but
case.
Always overlooked it, man. Yeah, the mount's being stretched and the demon face like in its place or whatever.
If we weren't
Yeah.
watching
Which
when the Doom
how
music
badass-
kicks in, never would have heard
Which-
of it from me.
We felt this movie from a meme. We wrote it off as just one of his early films, and I really hate that we did that. This movie definitely deserves way more praise, and I'm sure it's so ridiculous. It's got to have a cult following,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but it's very I don't know. I think we pretty
Yeah,
much
there's
summed
a
it up,
huge
man.
cult following for it. Oh,
Yeah. Here's what's crazy, though. On Amazon, to buy Dead Alive on Blu-ray, it is $149.
Whoa.
What?
Guess they
To
didn't make too
buy
many
it-
copies of that, did they?
Right. To buy it on DVD, it's $66. And to buy the VHS, it's $50.
Wow.
Yeah. And like when I'm looking at it, like right here, they've got a copy of Braindead on eBay for $30. Now, I don't know if this is a region free,
Yeah.
or if you need a specific Blu-ray. I don't even know if they still do that, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's like it needs a proper, like, this needs to go out in Halloween.
That is a fucking quest item, gentlemen.
It
Yeah,
is on
for
Prime
sure.
Video. Oh, it says it's currently unavailable. It was at one time.
What's crazy is considering where we live, there's probably so many just random shops, consignments and stuff where a copy of this movie is probably sitting there for a quarter.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Just waiting for one of us to walk in and be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Like that's a hunt right there.
Yeah. And like right here, this is a copy of Dead Alive Blu-ray on eBay. And the listing says, well, I lost the listing, but it's $99.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one right here for $75. Here's one for $180. Like, they released a Blu-ray version of this, but it's rare. They need to mass produce this. Like Halloween, not this past year, but the year before, they had that badass version of Reanimator Special Edition Blu-ray, which is the one with it's like a textbook, anatomy textbook, where you see the side of dude's head and then you see the creatures in his head. They had that at Walmart, and I wish I would have bought it then, but I didn't. But I could see this sitting on the shelf with Reanimator, with
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It will, man. Like I will absolutely own a copy of this film.
yeah. And like Return of the Living Dead, you know how kind of like over the top slapsticky that got from time to time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Like
yeah.
It wedges in perfectly with that. I mean, it goes in with so many of our, like a lot of my favorite, horror films.
Some of the gore sequences they drag on longer than some of the movies. Like for instance, with the one zombie we get where it's severed by the neck, but it's not completely decapitated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That fucking head flaps back and forth on its little, appendage like the whole damn movie, instead of like like in a normal American film, you'll get a quick cut
Yeah.
death scene and then that's it,
Well, you definitely don't see someone trying to feed it.
Yeah. No.
He pushed her head back and was trying to put that fucking custard in there. Dude, when that dude was eating that custard and she fucking squeezed her sore on it, I was like, how come he didn't get infected?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the
See,
start
how did this shit work? Because, like, did you have to, you know what I mean? Like, he's sitting there covered in the blood.
Yeah.
got his mouth open and they're kissing each other. Remember when she comes over there and kisses him and there's this string of like snot
Yeah.
and it's just like, ugh.
I don't know. It didn't, and like while I was watching it, I'm like, I don't care how it works.
No, it didn't
Like
matter.
yeah,
Like dude's
I'm
running in
just
place because there's blood on the floor. What are you gonna say?
yeah, yeah.
Can't be too
I
picky.
mean, no. How long did he hang upside down by that cable?
Yeah.
Like he was dangling there for at least 15
Well,
minutes,
then
you
it's
know?
like the chick's gonna get bit, and because I'm like, where's the lawnmower scene? Like something bad's got to happen. So
Yeah.
that thing bites the chick, but when he backs up, the teeth come out. It's like, oh, he had fake teeth, but she's fine.
Which was genius, you
Yeah.
know?
Brilliant.
What about like whenever they pick that one chick up and they smash her into the light bulb
Mm-hmm.
and her head was just glowing the whole time?
What was
Like
funny is when that first happened, those two girls, the way they looked at each other and looked back up at it,
yeah,
and I was like, what's up with this look? They
yeah.
looked at each other and then looked back. I'm like, that was weird.
I mean, I loved it.
It was
Dude.
hilarious.
Yeah,
I
I
can't wait
loved
to
it.
recommend it to people.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, get on my Plex server. It's on there. They're like, well, I'll pick
Yeah,
up a copy. I'm like, no, you won't.
yeah. Unless you want to drop a bill,
Dude,
you
even on
know?
Blu-ray.com, a website, that's just buying movies.
Yeah.
180 bucks. A used copy's 150. And I see there's a little more information on here. October the 4th, 2011, they did a small release on Blu-ray.
It sucks, man. It needs to get mass produced.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there should be festivals that happen where this movie is the focal point of it, you know?
I can't tell you how many times I saw that the VHS in the video store, like
Yeah.
with the chick opening her mouth. That's that night we were watching the clip. I go look it up and I'm like, oh, Trav, this movie, you've seen this box before. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you look at it and you're like, I don't see that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I want a comedy. I want to watch Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. Little did you know, you know?
Yeah, at some point we'll have to check out Bad Taste.
Yeah, I would like
That's
to do the
another
deep
one that's
dive.
like real gory, and I think that's like his first one. He did a little short, but he did Bad Taste after that, and that's another one that's like over the top, I think, and just
Yeah.
it's just weird that he went from that to like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like big budget box office films.
Yeah. Well, and like when you look at his filmography here, you know, he did Bad Taste,
Amazing.
Meet the Feebles, Dead Alive, and then he did Heavenly Creatures. And I think that that's what did it for him because that movie won a lot of like indie awards,
Okay.
you know? And then The Frighteners came out, which was,
Yep.
I mean, we did it on the pod. Fantastic little horror film, you know?
Yeah,
And it had a
Heavenly
lot of
Creatures
this.
did it for him, dude.
Yeah. The Frighteners, you could tell like he pulled a lot of his Dead Alive inspiration and like techniques into the Frighteners.
Yeah.
A lot
His
of the
shooting
camera
style.
work. Yeah. And then after that,
He
like
goes straight into Lord of the Rings, dude.
yeah,
Lord of
and
the
then
Rings,
King
King Kong.
Kong, Lovely Bones, and then The
Right
Hobbit.
back into the Hobbit.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, his trajectory doesn't make sense on paper. Like, you know what I mean? Because most people that do like these little independent, you know, like horror over the top films normally stay in that lane. But
I think I remember seeing one time because I watched some of the Lord of the Ring documentary stuff,
yeah,
the special features and I can't remember the exact years, but like he worked on those movies for years, like 6, 7 years before he made it.
right,
So like when he was doing the Frighteners and everything, he was already probably when he did Heavenly Creatures and they brought him in, they're like, all right, we want to give you some big ones. He's like, well, I want to do Lord of the Rings.
right,
I mean, we've been working on that.
yeah,
And then, does the Frighteners. And then, because you get Lord of the Rings coming out 2001.
yeah,
I mean, he took years. There's all this footage of him getting it ready. Almost like Star Wars with Lucas. Like,
Yeah.
Put a lot of work into it. So when you look at his filmography, it's not as long as some directors,
Yeah.
but he took years, pumping those movies out and
Yeah.
making and dude, Lord of the Rings still holds up.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, it still looks good.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it on Blu-ray, so I mean, it probably looks even better on that. I mean,
I've got it, but I haven't watched it.
yeah, because I've seen, they're long.
Yeah.
One of those rainy
I
day
bought,
movies. I'm like, I got a couple movies I haven't seen first, so I get around to it.
yeah. I bought the 3-pack.
Oh yeah,
So, but yeah, guys, I'm giving it a full star.
full blown
One-
star,
100%.
100%,
I
110%.
I loved it, man.
Yeah.
It was just so goofy, man. It was so much fun. And like they couldn't have picked a better person to play the lead in it.
No, dude, he was
And
perfect.
yeah, like never seen anything like that. Like some nobody
Yeah,
from New Zealand, and he just kills it, dude.
yeah. And you kind of get those vibes from him. That's like, what, it's fucking prawns,
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
fucking prawns. Watching the priest do his bit, I was like, IMDb and that guy, see what else he's done. Because his
You find
delivery, he was just
anything?
funny. Yeah, he's been in some
Yeah,
stuff. He kept acting.
good for him.
Well, even
You
when,
know,
he was in the Frighteners.
was he?
Yeah, he was. Let's see, what else was he in? Was he in Bad Taste? He was in Meet the Feebles. So that's somebody that he'd been fucking with for a while.
Right.
But yeah, dude, full star.
Full to the
It's
tip of top.
like this movie sums up the reason why we do this podcast.
Yeah.
Because like we probably like would have never watched this, or like one of us would have stumbled
Eventually
across
got
it.
around to it.
Yeah, and it'd been like, dude, you guys have got to seen this movie, and it's like, yeah, we'll check it out, and it'll take some time to get around to
Yeah.
it or whatever. But like, this forces you to watch these films that you've either always wanted to see or considered watching at a certain time but never got around to it, or you've never even heard of before. And it's like,
Well, after the damn Doom lawnmower scene,
yeah,
and you're like, I gotta see that.
right,
What the fuck? And it's Peter Jackson. I remember when we were doing one of his other movies, Frighteners and shit. We looked at those movies,
yeah.
talked about them, but you know,
We didn't know it was like that
nah,
though.
dude.
We didn't know he had it like that, and he had it. I'd love for him to go back and do that, to do like another comedy horror.
Yeah,
Like if he got with Bloomhouse
yeah.
and was like, let's make a low budget comedy horror. I mean, they would just throw money. You're like, dude, you made the fucking Lord of the Rings. It's like, yeah, but I got an idea for a little goofy film. It's like, do it. Fuck it.
I'd watch it.
Oh yeah. So, The Stand.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, you
this
are.
shit. Yeah.
Mother Abigail over here. Yes, you are.
um, were everybody caught up on The Stand?
Yeah.
Yep.
First of all, like the cast that they chose is like fucking perfect in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like I love all of the characters.
Everybody's great.
Yes, everybody. And I mean the next episode is, I mean, what's going to happen, right? Like it's going to show them going to Las Vegas, right?
Or just like, or they come back
Or
and then it
whoever.
goes, and then it flips to what happened. Kind of like how they've been doing.
Yeah, I love the way they do flashbacks and stuff in this.
Yeah.
Because it really feels like it feels very Stephen King.
Yeah.
and it's like it's kind of broke down into chapters. Each episode is, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you have what's currently going on, and then you have a flashback to like 2 months earlier. You see what happens. Next chapter, it picks up with another character and what was going on. Flashback to ever how long. So it's, you know, it's just rolling right along, man. And I've enjoyed every episode so far.
Oh yeah.
Same.
And like, how fucked up was the trucker scene though?
What's fucked? I couldn't believe they went there.
Yeah, they fucking took it there in a second.
Was
didn't
that the
they?
same episode where they run into the girl in the store?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't believe they went there in both places.
I know.
I'm like, they went for it.
Yeah. That trucker scene, like he had them girls locked in the back of his trailer.
Yeah, he was doing dirty stuff to them.
Yeah, and he's like, "Get out of here! Get out here! I got to show you something."
Yeah,
And like
little
he
example.
fucking, yeah,
In case you think about running.
and he
It got
beat
Walking
the fuck
Dead
up.
real quick, dude.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not in a drawn out
No.
bullshit kind of way.
This dude's out here like gathering up women.
And yeah, and doing God knows what to them. It's just, I mean, did you read The Stand, Trav?
A long fucking time.
So, well, what you remember of it? Adaptation, is it on par?
I'm enjoying what I get. I don't even try to look at it through that lens anymore, man. Like Stephen King's stuff is always either butchered or whatever, but I've enjoyed these changes. I mean, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like they've really done a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's
What about
the biggest thing that I can recall is just the fact that they made Larry black, which ain't even a fucking deal.
yeah. I've been enjoying his character arc.
Yeah, he's good.
Like how him up on that fucking roof,
Yeah.
Hendrix style. Yeah, I'm like, this dude right here.
The power
knows
zone.
what- Old panty dropper over here, you
Yeah.
know? So
And we learned that Franny was pregnant when she got there.
yeah.
Because at first I'm like, oh, that's his baby. That was quick.
Well, she in the last, not this past episode, but the episode before, when they meet Stu, she was taking prenatal vitamins.
Yeah.
Like on the
Well,
deal.
and then when they
you
were
know?
talking about the painting, he was like, oh, that makes sense. On the painting, you're pregnant. She's like, well, you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
And then we find out everyone's having the dreams about the Mother Abigail and the Man in Black.
Yeah.
The Dark Man.
Yeah. Which is like, I love how they're doing. Oh, dude, like they're keeping him on the down low.
Yeah.
Like way on the down low. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna be in every other episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or at the end of it.
Yeah,
They'll get a little
right.
scene.
Yeah.
Let me go look. Because they're doing 9 episodes. All right, we watched the 4th one. So shit's gonna pop off.
Yeah, it's getting close, right?
I mean, it's gonna pop off.
Yeah.
Now we know that Amber Reed, but you know, of course she's fucking rogue agent.
Yeah, right.
But she's on some other shit. And I was even surprised with her character. I was like, she's doing a good job though.
Yeah, she is. I mean, that scene where she's like seducing old dude.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I'm going to the dark side.
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all had it like this over there. You know
She's
what
like,
I'm
we
saying?
can do anything you want. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's like, you're a virgin, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, a virgin.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude. Calm
Kind of
down.
hated that they had to kill his little buddy, little movie
Oh,
collector.
yeah.
That was kind of a bummer. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm over here like, who's gonna collect movies and do a drive-in?
Yeah.
It was a bummer. But he had to go. He saw him. He was it's like, dude, what are you doing out here walking around at night? Why ain't you at the fucking turn into the power on party?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to be out here? And you can even see like on his face he wasn't cool with it.
Yeah, he was.
See, what he needs to
conflicted.
know is they're gonna get what they want to get out of him, and they don't give a fuck about him.
Yeah, he's gonna be fucking gone.
They don't give a fuck about him.
No.
Dude, the guy, what's his name? The Moon,
Um,
like in the show.
Tom
Tom,
Cullen.
that's
That's his
it.
name.
This dude's perfect.
Yeah, he is, dude.
Perfect, man. He don't say
He,
much. Like, well, he's deaf.
yeah,
Dude's hilarious. I can't
he
believe they
was.
sent his ass out there like that, though. I mean, that's part of the story. So
Yeah. So he was. All right. I'm doing a little deep dive. The name of the actor is Brad William Henke, Henke, and he was in. He was in Orange Is the New Black. He was in several episodes of that. He was in Bright. He was in Split. So in Split, he was the uncle that was molesting.
that's right.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. A lot of TV shows. Like he was in an episode of The Office. He was in Bones, Grimm. Like most of his stuff comes from uh television. But like if he's got it like that, he needs to get cast in a fucking feature, you know?
Yeah. Well, he did that Arkansas movie,
Yeah, I haven't seen
the
that, but I've
Clark
heard good
Duke
things.
movie.
Yeah.
He wrote and directed. You don't know Clark Duke was the little nerd from Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah.
It's like,
Which is
okay,
crazy. Yeah.
I might have to check that out.
I know, right?
I got it up. But now that I'm seeing that this dude's in it,
Mm-hmm.
I have to put the watch on. What's this Manhunt?
I
don't
ain't
know
even
about
be
that.
knowing.
But yeah, he's awesome, man.
He is. And then fucking Greg Kinnear.
Yo, dude, killing it.
Like he is like become one of my favorite characters on there. Like
Yeah,
his just like he's like, all right, we're all gathered here. I don't really believe in God, but we got to start the new
yeah.
world over.
Something
This is
brought us
what
together.
yeah. He's like, let's just do it. Like, let's roll with it, see what happens. And like his whole attitude and everything, it's just like, I don't know. It's so relatable in a lot of ways, you
Yeah.
know? But I've been enjoying his, and they couldn't have picked anybody better to play that character.
Nah, dude, he's perfect. Getting
Yeah.
his little
Like,
weed pen.
yeah. And he's
You know.
hitting it constantly.
Yeah,
ain't
he stays high.
It's like, dude, if the power's out, how are you charging that thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's only
Car battery.
fucking 800 milliamps. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
He
We get
probably
like
just
a
got a
2
bunch
sec.
of them.
We get like a 2 second clip of him hitting up all the different electronic
Dispensaries.
stores, running off like the little 45% charges on new ones.
Picking up
Whenever
those
he,
little one charge batteries.
yeah,
He's like, I need new carts. Are you guys going to the dispensary? Pick me a cart
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Maui Wowie.
Actually, bring all the cards.
Yeah, just
you
get them
know?
all.
Yeah, they don't take up a lot of room. It's like, come on. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, and starting Friday, if we're gonna add it to the rotation for a minute here, WandaVision starts.
Oh, it's happening, dude.
So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that.
But yeah, on the stand, dude, like better than I thought it was gonna be.
He's killing it, dude.
Killing it.
And like I would like to, and I don't know if this will ever happen, but I would like to see him get more book properties because I watched The Fault in Our Stars,
Mm-hmm.
and like the movie's not for me,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, but it was very well done though.
Yeah.
So
I think he won some shit with it.
yeah, and what he's doing with The Stand is just, I'm glad that like really it makes more sense instead of it being one film
Yes.
to a trilogy to a 9 episode series.
Yeah.
Like it's the perfect trajectory, you know?
Do it all on the show.
Yeah.
Which is exactly
So
what they should have done with Dark Tower, you know. We were
yeah.
talking about
Oh
that.
yeah.
They'll learn. But yeah.
So we got a little bit of movie news here. Travis dropped this in. So Warner Brothers is so fucking confident in that piece of dog shit that they released, Wonder Woman 1984, that they submitted it for consideration in all categories at the Oscars, including Best Picture.
I got something to say about that.
All right.
The Oscars, you can't win an Oscar with the movie that went straight to streaming, though, right?
Well, it released in theaters at the same time.
Oh, it did a small release.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they wanted. That's why they had to have a theater
Yeah.
release.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's got to be in the theater.
Yep.
It's probably not going to win anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
You don't know that.
I'll be
well,
amazed if it does.
yeah. If it even makes it into the nominations, I'll be surprised. So it was submitted for consideration in the acting categories, Gal Gadot for Best Actress, Kristen Wiig, Robin Wright, and Connie Nielsen for Best Supporting Actress. So we're not even doing just one supporting actress. We're doing the whole cast, you know? Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal for Best Supporting Actor. Other for your consideration campaigns include Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Costume Design, and Best Score.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay. And I mean,
Wait, the score is up for an Oscar?
it's for consideration, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I wonder. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
I mean, it's like, really? I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Is just like, really?
You know, Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix,
Yeah.
outside of the fact that they played the Joker, they both gave very different performances.
Yeah.
And the performances themselves weren't, they were skinned as the Joker.
Uh-huh.
They played a genuinely perturbed individual that did just crazy shit.
Yeah.
And it happens to fit to the tune of how the fucking Joker is in the comic books and in the Batman mythos. And that's a performance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've got to, the way both of these guys, in order for them to get into their roles, they both did whatever the fuck it is they needed to do to get into that mindset and channel that type of energy.
Yeah.
Like skill as an actor, you know? I didn't see any of that in Wonder Woman. Performances were okay. There were good. There was, for the type of movie it was, it's still on par with a lot of the other acting in the other films.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, Mando ain't getting an Oscar for his acting in that movie.
No.
Unless
No.
they got an award for most like over the top.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
No. No.
But yeah, I
Like,
thought that was funny.
I mean, I would go out and say both of those performances as the Joker, those are very ridiculously high exceptions to the rule.
Yeah. Yeah, so and I actually pulled up a little titty bit about this, but Brendan Fraser has been cast in a Darren Aronofsky's film called The Well, and it says that Brendan Fraser playing 600-pound recluse in new movie The Well.
Yes.
Darren Aronofsky, which did Requiem for a
Mother.
Dream. Yeah, he did. He did Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan. Will be directing A24's newest film, The Well, with Brendan Fraser set to star in the lead role as a 600-pound recluse named Charlie. Fraser appeared most recently in FX's Trust, but he hasn't been a prominent lead role since his roles in George of the Jungle and the Mummy franchise. This unique and psychologically dense character may offer Fraser a potential opportunity for a compelling career comeback. Fraser will play Charlie in The Well, a morbidly obese recluse living on the outside of Mormon County, Idaho. As, and this is a quote, he hides in his apartment eating himself to death. Charlie turned to compulsive eating out of grief after the loss of his gay lover, whom he left his family for. As Charlie tries to change the course of his life by reconnecting with his long estranged daughter, he discovers a viciously sharp-tongued and wildly unhappy teen. Story was originally a play from MacArthur-winning playwright Samuel D. Hunter, who will be adapting the play for the screen. The Well debuted off-Broadway in 2012, won a significant number of awards, including the Drama Desk Award and the Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Play. I mean, almost everything, if not everything, that we've seen from A24 has been pretty fantastic.
Dude, Brendan
They've
Fraser
become
might
they've
get an Oscar.
they've become a top-notch film company.
Yes. And then, I mean, so with this story and Darren Aronofsky's like way of doing weird visual storytelling, it's going to be very psychological.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
very
all over it,
excited.
dude.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that, man, because I mean, dude, like Brendan Fraser kills it.
He's gonna
And
kill
it
it.
sucks. Yeah, and it sucks that whatever happened, and I'm not even going to get into those details or anything, but I think you're right. He might win an award for this.
Yeah.
And he should he's already set up fantastic. He's got Darren Aronofsky directing, and then it was a play that won awards off Broadway,
Mhm.
but still won awards. And the guy that wrote the play is working on the adaptation.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for success.
Mm-hmm.
So The Well will be director Darren Aronofsky's first film since directing Mother for Paramount in 2017, and his first collaboration with indie entertainment company A24. So Mother was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so good, and that's one of those I haven't seen that in the wild.
No.
Like if I came across it at Walmart, I would buy it on Blu-ray. I've seen it several times, and it is just a fantastic film. And a lot of his films are great. I
Yeah.
mean, they're hard to watch, but they're hard to watch for a reason. I mean, he really gets in there, and he really shows, especially like Requiem for a Dream, like the depravity and like all of this of like just individuals. And I mean, this sounds like it's going to be another hit.
And
He's only
Brendan
done
Fraser, dude, he's finally getting like a
what he
serious
deserved.
role,
Yeah,
we could see this dude act, because like he did great double, and I know on Doom Patrol it's just his voice, but
yeah,
he was on
that
screen a
defines
little
that.
bit. He was.
Yeah,
We're gonna see him. He's gonna get his Bernie, dude.
yeah, oh yeah. It might go next level. He's got it.
He's got
You know
it.
what I mean? So this is going to
Especially
be
now, dude. He's older. It's like Michael
yeah,
Keaton coming back, dude.
yeah,
He's older. He went through some shit. Probably
yeah.
thought he lost everything,
And
and now
now
things are
he's
looking up for him. I don't know his
yeah,
personal life. I don't know if he spent all that monkey bone money, but there for a while he was raking in some big bucks.
yeah,
But when you live in California, you also got to pay big bucks.
yeah. What's crazy is whenever you look at Darren Aronofsky's filmography.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, he's done 15 things, but like most of them, like he did a video game, he did a bunch of shorts, but he did Pi, Requiem for a Dream, The
Yeah.
Fountain, The Wrestler, Black Swan, Noah, and Mother. So he only did like 7 features.
Yeah, but they're movies that he normally gets
A
nominated
lot of
for.
attention. Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched Noah.
Is that the
I don't
one
even
with let's see who's the main?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
It's not his type of film.
And see, did he ride? He was one of the riders.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, like Mother, that's a little more his tempo.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
Which,
way he does like a religious,
yeah. Yeah.
thing.
Which was like perfect for him
I think
and his
that was
style.
his comeback. He's like, because he took several years off after he did Noah, and he's like, I got to make a comeback, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with Mother. And
And
what
then
if that
that
was
shit.
meant to go together? Like, what if there's some kind of connection
Oh, I'm sure
between
there
the
is.
two? I mean, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But Requiem for a Dream, dude.
Oh,
That's
that
another good one.
shit. It's so hard to watch,
Yeah,
but it is so well done, you know?
yeah.
I mean, you talk about wanting to cry yourself to sleep, go watch Requiem for a Dream. I'm just saying. I remember the first time I watched it, I borrowed it from Deidre. So,
Ass to ass.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, right. So, I don't know if you guys heard the news or not, but Feige confirmed. And you know what Feige says is gospel, right?
Yeah.
It ain't no Feige fiction.
I saw something where they said he's not working on Star Wars. Is that?
No, this isn't
Oh.
it. Uh Deadpool 3 will be R-rated
Oh,
and it will be part of the MCU.
okay.
So, this is the quote from
Oh, Kevin.
Feige. It will be rated R, and we're working on a script right now, and Ryan's overseeing a script right now. It will not be filming this year. Ryan is a very busy, very successful actor. We've got a number of things we've already announced that we now have to make, but it's exciting for it to have begun. Again, a very different type of character in the MCU, and Ryan is a force of nature, which is just awesome to see him bring that character to life. I think putting him in the MCU is the best idea that they've ever made
Yes.
because of the potential. And I think that keeping right in line with Deadpool and Deadpool 2 and
Mhm.
making it R-rated is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then also having Ryan oversee the script.
Oh yeah. Like he is Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's like
So,
Robert Downey being Iron Man.
yeah.
Fucking
So,
dude being Wolverine. It's like, dude, you're that person. I mean,
yeah.
we can't picture anyone else doing it. But and here's the thing, you remember back a while back, he signed this huge contract.
Yeah,
It
to
was like the
appear in all this
biggest
Marvel
deal. So they're
since
gonna
Robert
use him, and
Downey.
y'all even talked about, I think, in the past of them using him to link in the.
Yeah,
It
into
would,
the
Yeah.
it would be great.
I think that he would be and because you can do an R-rated Deadpool, and you can also do a toned down PG Deadpool.
Well, didn't they
Like
have another mix the last time? Didn't they have one where stuff was cut out?
yeah, they had a PG-13
Yeah.
version of the first film, I think.
Yeah, I remember there was something like that. I
Yeah,
didn't watch it, but hey. And then
yeah,
here's the thing, dude. They can do Deadpool. Is it 3?
yeah,
Rated R. Like, let's say Deadpool pops up in another Marvel movie. He doesn't have to say motherfucker or something. Like,
no,
he's there. He
Or
does his
but
little
or
joke.
pull a
He,
Sam Jackson and right
yeah.
before he drops the word cut away or
Yeah.
something, you know? Cut him off, let him get punched in the face. Like slapstick humor can
Yeah.
go there great.
yeah. Well, and it leaves a lot of open interpretation too, because like, imagine if they put him in a situation like that where he can't say specific words,
Mhm.
but because it's Deadpool, he also acknowledges that he can't say
Yeah.
specific words, and he calls out the writers or even Kevin Feige
Yeah.
himself.
Or Mickey
Like it,
Mouse.
yeah, and yeah,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Or it would be funny, yeah, if he'd be like, "What in the House of Mouse?" or like,
Yeah.
yeah,
like you stupid motherfucker.
yeah, and
Like
it's
he just like the F bomb is replaced with Feige and his PG-13 show ups.
I can just
I
picture
mean,
him referencing the Disney World Fast Pass.
yeah,
know?
right. I mean, the opportunities are endless, and I mean, it's such a brilliant decision.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a winner all the way around. We're going to get our R-rated Deadpool. We're going to get him in the MCU, and it's going to be Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds.
And
It's
who doesn't fucking love Deadpool?
yeah,
Who?
exactly. So it's a recipe for success again. And like Feige, hats off to you. You know that audience.
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
you also got to look at it too. You know, he knows that it was a winning formula when it was owned by Fox,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and you know, he's probably well aware that because of Deadpool being R-rated, because of the type of movie that it is, there are some people that Deadpool's the only comic property they fucked with as far as the movies.
Yeah. That might have been the reason that they wanted to acquire Fox to begin with.
They
I
get
mean, because
quite a few
I mean,
properties there too. Like
well, yeah, but like, I mean,
they got all that X-Men stuff.
well, not only that, but like Logan made a lot of money,
Yeah.
but that was the end of Wolverine. But Deadpool made a fucking lot of money,
Yeah.
dude.
And it's
And
just the
like,
beginning.
yeah, and they see that character. Ryan Reynolds isn't terribly aged.
Mm-mm.
You know, like
Oh,
he is the perfect age to play this character.
He
yeah.
could several appearances as Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a no-brainer. So I mean it kind of feels like that was almost the sole reason. They're like, okay, they're ending an era with Logan and they're killing Wolverine and that's going to be the end of it. But you have this fucking superstar Deadpool. Like just the white knight that you never knew that you needed.
I mean, imagine what they could do now if they bring him into a new X-Men property and they're dealing with some ridiculous end of the world thing and he quips, he's like, you just don't know how bad it was before. And they're just like, you know, they think he's being serious. He's like, no, you really had no idea. Fox fucked the timeline up. It was a mess. It was so bad, guys.
Yeah. Well, and that would be a great jumping off point for like doing a what is it, Alpha Flight? Was that the team that he was a part of? Was it Alpha Flight?
No, X-Force.
X Force, that's right. So I mean, they could actually technically do a mutant film and it not even be X Men and use Deadpool as the jumping off point for that. I
I
mean,
mean,
Well, you know,
it
like
could happen.
how there's just so much shit online these days where people will get on forums and talk about it and be like, well, if they did this and that, you know, kind of like how you guys do every time we get together, you know, what if they
yeah,
did this and what if they did that? I did see an article that said that Feige loves to read the theories and stuff online. Like, I'm like, I bet he does.
yeah,
Sitting there reading, he's like, that's a good idea. Write that one down. Put that
yeah.
on the fucking board.
Well, and
Uh,
that tells you right there that he keeps his ear as close to the
Yeah.
ground as humanly possible.
None of that shit like, well, you know, where a company comes in, I don't know, Sony, and they're like, no, we know what's best.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, but the
well, I
internet
mean,
said, fuck the internet,
well,
we
as far
know.
as the movies have shown that the Marvel films are made by fans for the fans.
yeah,
Yeah,
So that, I mean, that keeps, I mean, that's just another link
he's a huge
in the
fan.
chain.
And if he doesn't fuck this up, he'll be a billionaire.
I
yeah.
also saw, because it's mutant related, I did see somewhere that supposedly Falcon and Winter Soldier
Mm-hmm.
is going to introduce Wolverine into the MCU.
Let me look for that because I saw something about that the other day as well, and then I meant to share it, but I forgot about it. So this is from the website independent.co.uk. Um, so possible Marvel leak: Falcon Winter Soldier set photos teases possible arrival of X-Men. Leaked image from the set of a new Marvel project might have just revealed the X-Men's arrival in the MCU. July 2019, studio president Kevin Feige announced the mutants would become part of the franchise, but did not go into more detail at that time. It was later reported that their introduction could clash with the return of the Avengers in a film, and that would not be released until Phase 6, which is expected to begin in the mid 2020s. Other reports predicted Wolverine will appear as early as Phase 5. It looks like bosses are officially executing plans to bring them into the fold, following theories that their appearances could be teased in The Immortals, and new TV show WandaVision. It's all been confirmed that Wolverine and company will play a part in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, I mean, if they're going to use the shows as a way to incorporate those characters into it, I think that would be a great way to do it. But also, you got to think about it this way. It's like, how many people are really going to watch all of them?
Yeah.
It's like, I watched, the first season of Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, but I didn't watch any of the sequel series except for uh, um, Daredevil because I was more interested in that character. So it's like, with that being said, who's going to take the time to watch all of them except for like super huge fanboys? So you're going to have to get some type of explanation in another media, like in a film, to explain a lot of this stuff away. You know what I mean?
But also, you got to look at how Netflix approached their Marvel shows. They more or less died off because you took characters that probably wouldn't have stood on their own in film, say for Daredevil and Punisher, and you set them in the universe that that they initially established, going, "Yep, this takes place in the Avengers timeline." It's connected, but then they went into their own personal story, and it didn't really hold up.
Yeah.
And with them being on Disney and under the actual, the Marvel Studio stuff, all that control that changed hands a while back, you have an opportunity now that things are going to be like, they're going to be more tied to the chest instead of just, hey, here's this obscure character, make a show about him, what have you. It seems they're going to have the approach of, all right, it's almost like they've refined an origin machine, and they're going to use the TV shows to pump out origins of lesser known heroes, and the ones that stick may upgrade to film. If they don't, then they'll have their place on the show until their arc is complete.
Yeah. Which is a great way to do it. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, more Ovaltine, please,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, speaking of Marvel, Marvel Boss says current MCU plans extend through at least 2026. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe may have taken an unexpected break in 2020, but is coming back in full force in 2021. WandaVision, which kicks off Phase 4 of the MCU on Disney Plus this Friday, will usher in the next wave of shows and movies centered on the beloved heroes and villains. As revealed by Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, that is just the beginning, as plans extend for at least the next handful of years beyond what has already been announced. Kevin Feige is currently making the rounds to promote the release of WandaVision, the first live-action MCU series produced for Disney Plus. Unlike previously live-action shows, it will connect very directly to the movies. When asked in a recent interview how far out plans for the MCU extend, Feige explained that they are looking at stories likely at least through 2026 behind the scenes. Here's what he had to say. To varying degree of specificity, it's always about 5 to 6 years out versus what we've announced. So whatever that takes us to. Right now, the MCU, at least what has been announced, will get us through the end of 2022. That means, based on what Kevin Feige is saying, the studio could be looking at stories that would get us through 2028. That may seem like an eye-melting amount of content, but it makes a great deal of sense. All the movies and now shows produced by Marvel Studios are part of a shared universe. That takes careful planning. Just look at what they managed to do with Endgame. That doesn't happen by accident. This is a well-oiled machine. On the movie side, we know quite a bit about what is coming through Marvel Phase 4 and beyond. Black Widow, The Eternals, Shang-Chi, and The Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Blade, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man 3, and Fantastic Four are all on the way. We also know an X-Men reboot is in the cards. It's just a matter of when. though Feige did recently tease we will see mutant seeds planted within Phase 4.
I feel like 4 is also going to feel like it goes by really quickly because they'll catch up to their release dates and then they'll just stay where they're on, course for.
Right.
Because I feel like we're going to get so much content all at once this year actually.
Yeah. And then that's where the next article goes into. It says TV is where things truly expand in the next couple of years. Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, and I Am Groot have all been announced, not to mention the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special or the animated What If. That's just through 2022. With Disney Plus and
goddamn,
Yeah. Disney Plus and new batch of heroes set to be introduced within these projects. The door is wide open just for about anything in Phase 5 and beyond. Assuming the MCU continues to generate money the way it has over the last decade or so, Disney and Marvel will need more than 5 more years of stories. But that's a start. WandaVision arrives January the 15th. So if they're going to if it's going to extend, if Phase 4 is going to extend to 2022, then realistically, I think that like Phase 5 is going to be the biggest phase, right?
Is that where they bring everything together?
Well, I think that like Phase 4 is going to be introducing a lot of these other characters because whenever you look at the movies, you've got the Eternals, which is new, Shang-Chi, which is new. You've got Black Panther 2, which is going to be a new character. You've got Blade, and you've got the Fantastic Four. So you've got 5 films right there alone that's going to be introducing new characters. I think the meat of the stories are going to come from Phase 5, which is going to be all of the events that lead up to whatever conflict that they're going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I've said it 1,000 times, and me and Travis has talked about it ad nauseum. X-Men versus Avengers.
Yeah. They're going to build up to that.
Yeah.
But here's what happens after they fight. Then they realize that, well, some of us are, we got good mutants and bad mutants, dude, and we can team up with you to help you fight the bad ones. What's up?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. So I really do. I think that if we get 2020, well, 2021 now through 2022, they may extend it even to 2023 for that Phase 4. Then I would say, let's say 2023 to like 2027 is going to be all Phase 5 stuff because that's a lot of meat and potatoes, and you're going to need several years and several movies and TV shows to be able to get all this out there.
And dude, I feel sorry for the poor souls that are going to have to distill down not only past X-Men stories, but the new Jonathan Hickman X-Men stories with the reboot in the comics. Yeah. Distilling all of that down into making here's our X-Men timeline cinematically,
Yeah.
That looks like a fucking headache, and it seems like it's going to be a nightmare.
Well, I think Feige's smart, and I think that the writers are going to be smart, and they're going to go with the path of least resistance in that form, right? Because I know that X-Men in the comic books right now have gotten super complicated, right?
Oh, very much.
I think that they will like avoid those storylines like the plague. Because I think it would be too much for your average comic book moviegoer to understand exactly what all is happening right now. Because
I think and maybe Marvel is privy to it, but they also don't need to tread over past stories anymore. As much as I hate that they butchered some of the arcs that they did, they don't really need to do that.
Yeah, I think that the Phoenix Saga has played itself out 110%. And I feel like they can do another Age of Apocalypse storyline, but I think that they need to do it 10 to 15 years down the road. Because, like, what they could have done with Apocalypse could have been like the X-Men version of what Thanos was.
And the X-Men themselves, they can be the heavy political movement style films for their
Yeah.
like their own version of civil rights and stuff going into how and it seems
How
like that's what
mutants
they
should be
might do.
treated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Mhm.
really what I would like to happen. Because when you think back at like the X-Men animated series and a lot of those 90s story, like late 80s, early 90s comic book storylines, it all focuses around minorities
Yeah. Big
and
time.
like rights. Yeah. And I think that right now with those characters, it's the perfect time to do something like that.
Yeah.
And it would be a no-brainer. That's why I think it would be the path of least resistance for them. You have the X-Men exist by one way or another. You have them as like considered a minority, and you have like the world pointing their finger at them.
Yeah.
And
Scared of
then
them.
yeah, and you revolve these stories around not only their own personal growth and their growth as a team and their growth as individuals, but also their growth as like superheroes. I mean, it's the perfect story.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
So I'm whatever they're doing over there works, and I'm just excited that we're going to be getting more content. I'm glad that they're not releasing several movies at one time because of COVID and what happened
Mhm.
there. I'm glad they're not releasing several television series at one time. I'm glad they're spacing them all out one after another to keep people in that Disney Plus subscription, but also not overload people with content, which is smart because they could easily overload people with
Yeah.
content. So whatever they're doing is working. And if WandaVision from all the trailers that we've watched is just a hint, a notion at what that show's going to be, and that's the start of it, it's only going to go up from there.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, and to go with that, Marvel, like even when we're considering their lowest grossing films and the ones that are least received by audiences, they're still not received by them. Like the all of the movies are still good.
yeah, oh
They
yeah,
I don't know how they've managed to pull it off with the writing teams. I don't know how they've managed to capture lightning in a bottle for over the past decade, but as long as they have a consistent writing team and they pump out good stories that are compelling and interesting, they can take any character from the Marvel catalog and it's going to be a hit.
yeah. So it's good all the way around, man.
When they got to the end of like they did Endgame and everything, and the fingers got snapped,
Yeah,
Feige was like, "Get me the X-Men.
yeah, we need them. Captain America's
We're
out.
gonna build up to that fight."
Yeah,
Because when you
which is
saw Endgame, you're like, they'll never top this. This is holy shit. And you're
yeah,
like, oh
but
yeah.
they will. Yeah,
What are you gonna do when you fucking watch the damn Avengers fight the X-Men?
yeah,
It's like what?
And
Can
having
that be possible?
and and
Yes.
that's going to create a really awesome debate between people, like between heroes that are created and ones that are born in a
Hmm.
yeah,
way,
yeah.
and how that can play into social commentary and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they decide to go that route, I really wish and we've talked about this a little bit before. They didn't really do it that much with Civil War. I mean, they did a little bit,
Yeah.
but like when they did the Twilight stuff, right? And you couldn't go anywhere in the world without seeing either a Team Edward or a Team Jacob thing, right?
Hmm.
And whenever they were doing the Captain America versus Tony Stark thing, I was hoping that it would be like that, but on a bigger scale. Because, I mean, the Marvel films are way bigger and way more impactful on people than Twilight was, but it didn't get that far. But this is their opportunity to make it go supernova. I want to see people walking around with Team Avenger shirts on or Team X-Men shirts on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
want that world to exist. I want people to be able to have these conversations openly about these films on who they think is going to win and why the other side is stupid. And like that's the world I want to exist in. And I
Well,
think
I think we can get it simply because Civil War was the test to see if you could divide the audience amongst the heroes.
Yeah. And it
And
worked.
I think they'll only go bigger with it, man.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to everything they're doing. Every single thing. But we've
Yes.
got one more story here.
Is this the link I dropped?
Yes.
I already skimmed this, so we've talked about a lot of that shit.
Okay.
Basically, what that says is now Warner Brothers is going to offer the filmmakers money. As soon
Which
as
makes
half
sense.
of the box office money comes in, they're going to pay them outright, like what they would make in the long run, to compensate them for it being released. And then they're going to have it in theaters. It'll be in theaters a little longer, but it'll still be available on TV. Because, see, they have a bunch of DC shows in the works,
Yeah.
apparently. And I just thought that was cool. Like, we were all wondering. You remember Christopher Nolan was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then the people from Dune was like, "We're gonna sue you."
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. Well, at the end of the day, what's it all about?
Money.
Money, dude. They just wanted their money.
Sweet
Now they
doubloons.
won't give a fuck. Now you won't hear them out there like, "Well, I think, as a filmmaker, the movie should be on the silver screen. Like it's a,
Yeah.
And they're like, "Here's money," and they're like, "Fuck it, you can do what you want."
Yeah. Take this. So I think that that's great. And we had that conversation about Dune, like on the last episode or episode before last, about how like they should have filmed that shit back to back. That was just a terrible decision.
You
on
already
the
had to
studio
say it.
part. Yeah. So I don't think that those mistakes will be made much longer in the future if they're going to continue this trend of releasing them on a streaming service and releasing them in theaters at the same time with stuff that's supposed to be like a franchise,
I think one of the reasons that Wonder Woman got such a bad rating was because more people were able to watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it happened so fast. I mean, normally it would take us weeks to get some kind of,
yeah,
new, but dude, in like a week, they're like certified rotten.
yeah,
Like the reviews came in because people could just pick it up and watch it at home.
Well, it
Yeah.
went up and then it went down.
yeah.
But
So,
Oscar guys,
yeah, oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean we got some good news this week. We've we watched a great movie, watched a great episode of The Stand, and I'm ready to watch some trailers. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let me pull up my station here. While I'm doing that, I will say I did see that The Walking Dead's gonna get a hard R.
The
It's like,
movie?
oh yeah,
Oh,
hard
they're
R. They
final.
said.
Okay.
It's like, yeah,
So
but you're a little too late.
yeah.
Like at the
I
peak
mean,
and height of everything, that's when they should have hit us with a damn movie. When we were all
Yeah.
still
So-
watching.
So I'm probably gonna go quiet for a second here, but I will be following along. So just don't worry and keep going, and I'll be watching along with.
Okay.
gotcha.
Hang on, I'm hooking up a.
I mean, they waited way
Too fucking
really,
long, dude.
It's
When they had more viewers than fucking football games,
yeah,
the Super Bowl, that would have been the prime time. It's like, all right, hit us with a movie.
yeah. It's go time.
You're dicking us around too much.
Yeah. And I mean, really though, that universe doesn't need a film.
No.
And I've seen talks, and I haven't brought this up at all, but I've seen talks that The Walking Dead's ending, right?
Yeah.
And they're already talking about like possibly rebooting it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, why?
Uh-huh.
It's been going for 10 years, if
Yeah.
not more than 10 years
They don't want to
now.
let it go.
The Walking Dead is probably one of the best and worst things that's happened in entertainment in the past decade.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the comic series. And I really enjoyed the show for a while there.
A while.
Key word there, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where we explored the idea of what happens if the zombie movie keeps going?
Yeah.
I think we scratched that fucking itch, gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, in order for them to now do a zombie film, they're going to have to go the Dead Alive route with it for me to be impressed.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have to go completely over the top because the market has been completely saturated with zombie content. 100% saturated. So,
But they're
yeah,
over here like, I know you quit watching and you don't like the show as
but,
much as you used to, but it's going to be rated R. It's like, yeah, dude, it should be. It's a movie.
yeah.
I don't know how you got away with some of that shit you did on TV.
Yeah, for real, right?
And I mean, will I give Rick Grimes' Last Hurrah a go? Of course.
But I'm not watching the
But
seasons to catch up to where they're at.
I'm not as hype as I used to be.
Yeah.
The hype for The Walking Dead has definitely died for me personally.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. We do have some breaking news here if y'all want to touch on it for a second.
Uh-huh.
Well, so IGN posted this 41 minutes ago. The official synopsis for Amazon's The Lord of the Rings TV series has been revealed, giving fans a glimpse of what their next adventure into Middle-earth will be. The synopsis was obtained by theonering.net and confirmed by IGN, and while it doesn't give a ton of new detail, it does mention some of the locations that will be featured in the show, including the Misty Mountains, Linden, and Numenor. I don't know how to pronounce that. Trav knows how.
Numenor?
Numenor.
You said it right, man.
Yeah.
The full synopsis is as follows. Amazon Studios' forthcoming series brings to screens for the very first time the heroic legends of the fabled Second Age of Middle-earth's history. This epic drama is set thousands of years before the events of Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and will take viewers back to an era in which great powers were forged, kingdoms rose to glory and fell to ruin, unlikely heroes were tested, hope hung by the finest of threads, and the greatest villains that ever flowed from Tolkien's pen threatened to cover the world in darkness. Beginning in a time of relative peace, the series follows an ensemble cast of characters, both familiar and new, as they confront the long-feared reemergence of evil to Middle-earth. From the darkest depths of the Misty Mountains to the majestic forests of the elf capital of Linden, to the breathtaking island kingdom of Numenor, to the furthest reaches of the map. These kingdoms and characters will carve out legacies that live on long after they are gone. We talked about, like, they were talking about doing this reboot of Lord of the Rings. It's like, why? The films are fine. They hold up. There's no reason to do it. This is a fucking good idea,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, they're
Well,
not giving us the same thing again.
this is what's exciting, because everything you just read out to me is in this little well-known book that he has called the Silmarillion,
Yes, heard it.
and it sounds like that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
And that's going to be
fucking epic.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It could go. I mean, there's so much stuff that Tolkien put in his indices in the back of his Lord of the Rings and Hobbit books, and you've got the Book of Lost Tales. You've got all this extra lore that he threw in there. Things that get referenced in the book maybe a couple of times, or a plot point may hang by it, you know. And that gets me a little hyped to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely made my interest in the show go up 100%. Because when they first announced it, I'm like, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But now, like, it's keeping, and hopefully it'll stay this way, but it sounds like it's keeping in continuity with what we've already got. And it's expanding on the universe.
Yes.
Which is what you want.
That's what you want, dude. Let's not make the same Star Wars movie again.
It
Let's
could go.
expand.
I mean, they could line it up in a way too, to where when you do newer watchings of the movies, you know, there could be that little nugget that you didn't pick up first that could get dropped, and you're like, oh shit, I know what they're talking about. particularly whenever the wizards are convening and talking about shit.
Right. Yeah, man. That's made me super excited. I mean, television has been back for years,
Golden
but
age.
yes, it has officially turned into like the golden age of television because we are getting things that we thought we would never get.
Yeah.
It's a great time to be alive, guys.
Well, after watching The Boys, Amazon's got the money. So, I mean, that looked great.
Right.
So I can't wait to see, It was weird when these streaming services started making movies. You're like, you're making
Yeah.
a movie?
And
Is
then
it a B movie?
they su- yeah, and then they start surprising you and
Yeah,
then they're like,
with
we're
bangers.
going to yeah. And then they're like, we're going to adapt this property and it's like, no you're not.
Yeah,
Like
good luck.
yeah. I
And
mean,
they're like, haha, Bezos bucks.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't adapted the Wheel of Time stuff, Trav.
Well,
Someone was supposed to. What happened with that? It fell through, right? Every time somebody gets a hold of it and wants to do it.
Yeah.
Didn't they
well,
fuck it up by making they tried to do something and ruined it, right?
Well, it kind of had the same problem that like the Fantastic Four had in the past, where their rights were retained by a company for so long, but they didn't really expand on it. And so by the end of the contract, they had to show something that
just
was
to
made.
keep it.
So we got that really shitty Fantastic Four film back in the late 80s or 90s or whatever. And also another reason I guess you could throw up in the air too why the Trask movie was Josh Trank, sorry, happened. But anyway, with Wheel of Time, same scenario. We got a pilot that was dropped at like fucking 2:00 in the morning one year, and
real undercover with it.
Oh yeah, it was
like
merely to preserve the right. Yeah, it had fucking Billy Zane in it.
Wow.
Playing the bad guy. But Wheel of Time is one of those things, like Lord of the Rings, where you have such a large scope. You're traveling to a lot of different locations and whatnot. I feel like that. I feel like Wheel of Time and any other fantasy style series outside Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones clearly is going to have a hard time until they just have the right team that's passionate about making these stories, because if you go at it in the typical generic Hollywood way, they'll all fall flat on their face.
Right. You got to get that special team together.
I really wish the Malazan Empire series would get an adaptation, but I feel like that's way, way out there.
Have they finished Wheel of Time?
Wheel of Time's been completed for several years now.
Okay,
So there is a beginning and ending. It won't have a George R.R. Martin problem.
I was thinking that it did, but I wasn't 100% sure on that.
It was it's a 14-volume series to give you the scope. And it's the last several books in the series were co-written, I think. The author Robert Jordan had passed away, so it was one of those types of things where somebody came in and
They took his notes,
finished it for him. Yeah, and they finished the series.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's according to Jordan's wishes. The plot points get reached. I don't know about the writing style of the author that finished it. That can make or break a sequel. It certainly has in the past. And yeah, I mean, I know that it was still in the news a couple of years ago, and I hope something does eventually come of it, because even if they just did Eye of the World, that would be a great fantasy story to see.
Right. Well, I mean, at some point it'll happen. It may be 10 years down the road, but I mean, when we're doing the podcast in 2030,
Yeah. Eating
you know, we
bugs.
may. Yeah, we.
Someone is for sure sitting around right now working on that shit.
Yeah, if they haven't already completed it at
Yeah.
this point.
And wanted to get a hold of it for years and just got to find the right studio. And they're like, this is going to be one of the greatest TV shows of all time.
Yeah.
Like, how much money you need?
And here's how we're gonna they just need the guy to come in and go, here's how we're gonna do it,
Yeah.
and it be under budget.
Green screens.
Yeah. But I'm ready for trailers, fellas.
Yeah, I'm on the trailer station. We've been waiting to see this trailer for a little while.
Yeah, Cherry,
Yeah.
Russo brothers, Tom Holland.
When I
I'm
saw
ready.
that it dropped, I haven't watched it yet. I saw it drop and I was like, oh.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, look at me.
well. Yeah.
Happy party lodges.
Yeah,
All right, y'all ready?
dude.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Be all you can be.
Don't join the army, dude. Good answer.
Okay.
This is a purpose. That's fast.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
So
it. Oh. They didn't give away
That's-
too much, though.
No, I'm in.
Yeah.
I like that little scene.
Nice little teaser.
I want to watch that fucking Tom Holland fucking Robert Pattinson movie.
I heard
soon.
it was great.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Reg was telling me, he was like, dude, you get on that.
Mm.
And I think I have it.
Did you tell him about the lighthouse?
He's seen it.
He like it?
Yeah.
Ooh, you know?
Yeah, I got him to watch Tenet like right after New Year's. He went back home and I could see him watching it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did he hit you up? Was like, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I told him, I said, pay attention.
Yeah.
This ain't some background noise shit.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, don't put it on while you're doing taxes. You know?
Right.
But yeah, he liked it.
Fucking right.
I haven't had a chance to talk. I talked with him today. I need to, next time I talk about him, I'll be like, so Tenet.
Dude, you gotta get him on recording.
Yeah.
Get his fucking analysis.
We might be able to play a little bit of it. Don't tell him what he'll say.
You'll have to edit it, pre-edit it for the pod.
Yeah. It's like a 2-second clip. And he's like, yeah, it was good. And I'm like, yeah, it's about 30-minute conversation. I had to, compress it down to that.
The usable footage.
I'll tell you guys why later, but I'll give you a
Bless.
line that he'll say.
We've got Wow over here, you know?
Oh, Sean Wilson.
And Selma Hayek. I wonder if she's still as hot as she was.
She's hot, dude.
Wow.
She's like, I want you to lick the shit off my boot heel.
He's like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, boot heel. I can't tell you the last time I saw a boot heel. Like, that sounds like some shit he would say.
Right.
All right, here we go.
I'm-
Y'all ready? What are you going to say?
I was just going to say I was ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Wow.
This might be some serious shit, dude. That's her. Dude, she looks the same.
Yeah.
So, well, you been there
And I
fucking
know.
coloring again? Oh, they've been dreaming about each other. Oh shit, dude. He's going Matrix. What? I'm definitely interested.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, there's a twist. What? See, there's a twist.
He's not real.
Oh, dude, if he's going crazy, look.
Oh, he finds out he's just AI. Like he's the simulation experience in itself.
Either that or he's going crazy. Because the way his daughter's talking to him, it's like, is this the world he's living in because his wife died? And is that her? I'm in.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
coming out
rated R.
soon.
I mean,
Yeah.
wowzers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
M-O-O-N.
Wow.
That spells wow. That does look good.
It really does, yeah. Savage State.
Or as
I
I
mean,
like to call it, January the 6th.
That's pretty fucking good, dude.
is this Seth Rogen in a fucking western?
I don't know who that is. He looks familiar. But I
That
don't
looks like
know.
Seth. That looks like Seth Rogen.
Let me go back. It does look like him.
Yeah. Shit, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Missouri. Nah, that ain't him.
They go, you jumping on board? And he's like,
Damn.
wait, get us home to France?
Yeah, from here? Oh, he's like a coyote, dude.
Yeah. Are they in Spain?
Nah, dude. They're in the South. I was like, even worse. Damn.
Well, you think about it, Calvin. He ain't going nowhere.
Can't believe he'd shoot a man in his back. All right, everybody wants him. Nobody's got an extra bag.
Looks okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Average state, dude. Dude, here's what I'm saying. Like, a year and a half from now, there'll be a movie that's like Siege on the Capitol.
Yeah.
You know.
Dun.
Now this is Mickey Rourke. Just a
I
beat
love
up
this.
piece of meat.
I love this top comment. Mickey Rourke looks like a CGI character at this point. So I'm ready for this.
I'm
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. I mean, he fits that look. That
Yeah.
overdosing.
Lots of cocaine. The kind of trouble Travis
Oh.
Tritt sings about.
So Mickey Rourke's the drug lord. La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Mickey Rourke's like perfect for that role though. Like
Yeah.
he looks like that guy. Like I mean, dude, he's like a bad guy from GTA 5. You know. You forget about the Simeon.
Well, it's like him and Val Kilmer are like slowly fusing into the same
Yeah.
human being.
I think it has something to do with the other dimensions and the damn quantum computing. Whenever
Is it
we
the
pulled
mental?
him through somehow. I don't know. I like his damn acting though. Do that low and slow.
Yeah.
He's basically mumbling. I saw an interview with that guy, and he had like a little dog with him.
Of
I
course.
talk slowly.
He was holding the little dog
about
was wearing
concepts that are
clothes.
easy.
I mean, dude, the little dog had like a blue jean jacket on.
Yeah.
What's this? All right.
Barb and Star go to Vista
I don't know
Del
what this
Mar.
is about. This is before y'all got on and we were trailerless. So I just.
Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Did you drop that our friend? See, is it in here? Oh, no.
No.
Well, after that one trailer, this came out. I don't think we've seen this though.
I'm waiting for. At some point in this trailer, there's got to be like some James Brown sounding music.
Yeah.
Well, y'all see who's in the trailer.
No, I didn't.
What's her name from Wonder Woman?
Oh, Gal
Isn't that
Gadot.
her in the?
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Or Kirsten Wiig, whatever.
Isn't that her in the thumbnail?
I
Looks
think
like
so.
her.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
ready
check
when you
We'll know
are.
if
Yeah.
it's like from the people that brought you Bridesmaids.
You're like,
Alright.
ooh.
3, 2, 1, play. I mean, this is getting a laugh. That should just be the whole movie.
Yeah.
Setting up the neighborhood, letting you see. Nice little neighborhood town. Is this like the chick version of Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh!
Yeah.
We totally guessed this fucking movie.
This is like an SNL movie. There's a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah. Well, they had left. They had a lot of sets left over from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's fucking use them stat.
Hey,
Funny-
Judd, you want to make a movie?
Yeah. Hey, funny bitch, come over here.
Mm-hmm. Get that fucking cat costume off.
Funny.
All right. Outside the Wire.
Yeah.
Is this the sequel to the Garth Brooks song?
I think it is.
This is the sequel to the Kanye West song "Through the Wire."
No
About-
God.
I about broke my back trying to make that one. I had to dig so deep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. This has got your boy in it. I can't remember his name. Here he is.
Oh, Anthony
Yeah,
Mackie.
dude, he's doing 1,000 Netflix movies.
Yeah.
He's good though. He broke Chain of Command. Whoa. That was kind of cool. I'm giving you 60 seconds to deal with it.
So I haven't seen a lot of it, but apparently these Netflix movies like this and Extraction aren't they supposed to be like connected?
I think so.
Yeah.
It looks like Extraction. That's some good AI. I think he got hurt and they put his brain in a
He's a head in
vessel.
a jar.
Yeah. I mean, I fuck with this. They went sci-fi with it, you know?
Yeah.
How could you trust something like that, though? You don't know if it's real, if it's human. I am you. Leverage. Woo!
Don't look bad.
I mean, come on. Rated R.
Strong violence and language throughout.
Mm-hmm. When he turned
And then-
around and he was like, I'm going to give you 60 seconds to deal with it, he should have said, I'm your commanding officer. Surprise, motherfucker.
I wonder what Dokes has been up.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So this is going to be a mishmash hodgepodge of
A bunch of clips.
several different clips.
Yeah. But I will say there's some stuff in here. Like,
Yeah.
look, man, they got The Rock, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman in the same room. And look at fucking Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds' face.
He's just like, I'm going to
You already know what time it is.
Yeah. I'm ready.
It's like I make too much money to be here.
So does The
Rock's
Rock.
fucking- look at him with his turtleneck on.
With the fucking leather jacket,
Yeah,
dude.
That's fucking
He's the-
cowhide, dude.
He's getting laid for sure tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
He's forgot.
He
Where's
goes-
the fanny pack, though? That's what I want to know.
Shit, he's
Hold on.
covering it up.
Yeah.
All right, ready when y'all are.
3, 2, 1, play. It shows all these little clips. I'm in.
Mm,
I'm in.
yeah.
Hey, what's that about? That say Thunder Force?
Yeah.
Two big girl superheroes? Manuel. I don't know about that. Oh, get it? Everyone's quarantined.
Yeah.
See what's happening here? Ah, that was cool. Are these all Netflix movies coming out this year?
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is fucking awesome. That's cool. There we go.
Mm,
Come on now. That was that dude from Tenet.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, so they're in a movie together. Okay.
So Netflix made so much money this year. They're like, we're making more movies.
They even got DiCaprio on one.
Yeah. A Netflix movie. Wow. You know the script's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't just do anything.
Looks like we got some good little films in there that we're
Yeah,
gonna have
dude.
to throw into.
I mean, that nugget had a lot of breading.
It's a lot of breading. Double dipped.
Hey. Pass that Szechuan, Adam.
We ain't got much left.
So we
One of
got,
the
sorry I killed you.
one of the comments says, "Is this a porn?" So,
Sorry.
yes.
No, this is like every game when friendly fire is cut on for the first time.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You throwing money in plates? Here you go, man. When you get back.
Yeah,
All right, here we
sorry.
go. 3, 2, 1, play. Is this a porn?
High octane.
Some Dexter shit.
Right? He's creepy. Yeah, your acting career. Oh, it's a comedy, dude. This is like Dale and Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, there's a guy trying to kill him and they're killing each other. It looks funny.
His scenes look like they're going to be the best.
Recognize that dude from something. Doesn't look terrible.
It looks goofy.
Silly goose. Whenever I saw the guy with the hedge trimmers, it
Yeah,
reminded me of the uncle with the hedge trimmers in the movie.
yeah. He was fucking them up with them
Fucking
hedge
them up, dude.
clippers.
Blizzard of Souls.
Shit, this is a war film, so I'm ready for this.
Same. Ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Film movement.
The fatherland.
It's Mum. Mum. Oh no. I don't like these hats. You know,
Yeah.
they got a red strap. He's going out to fight for freedom, dude. Probably ain't. Oh, a child. I want that to be good. I'm gonna check this out, gentlemen. Little period piece. Oh,
Damn.
that's what I'm talking about. You know, here was the thing about 1917. They gave you that little piece of the war you haven't seen yet. It wasn't Pearl Harbor. It was,
Yeah.
you know,
This looks like more of that. Like
yeah.
this should be.
And
Throw
that's
this
what you
on the
want.
pile.
It's like, show me a little
I
piece, because there was so many wars being fought. Give me a little piece, like, from another time. I'm down with that. More realistic.
So the name of the movie is Blizzard of Souls,
Yeah.
but
Is it translated?
it was that the name of it on IMDb is called The Rifleman,
Okay.
and it came out in 2019.
Oh,
So this might be a contender for Foreign Film February.
I'm saying it is. Already
Yeah.
on the floor, the House votes. That's one of them,
Alright.
dude.
Well, I'm gonna drop this into
Movie
right
list.
here. Yep.
Put it in there. Yeah. I'm on it.
Yeah. So it's funny that we had a film
Yeah.
that was called Braindead, and then they changed it to Dead Alive, and now we found a foreign film called Blizzard of Souls, and they changed it to The Rifleman.
Well, another thing that's funny is, remember this week we were gonna get together some foreign film trailers, and
Yeah,
that just
we
didn't
forgot it.
happen.
Yeah.
But one was delivered.
Yeah, we found one.
The Pod Gods
So yeah,
delivered a trailer, and it's got to go up. I say we kick it off with it.
that sounds good to me. It
Since
looks
that's the first one, we
great.
got to do them in order that we found them.
Okay, all right.
Next week, I'll do my best to track something down.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
We'll see what we got, but
I forgot about it.
now we got 2 trailers left, but I got a surprise trailer that
Okay.
I haven't dropped yet
Okay.
because I didn't want nobody to get any ideas.
Watch it ahead of time.
But yeah, I'm ready
I
for
don't-
this one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
River.
Vertigo.
Oh God. This is a Definitely a period piece.
Yeah.
They're pilgrims.
Brilliant. Fuck being a pilgrim, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hard, yeah.
Like what they're doing? This some Little House on the Prairie shit. Oh. Oh, I recognize him.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. He was the dad, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna kill it in a movie like that. Like the Irish Rose and Jack. Are they gonna call somebody a witch here?
Probably.
This was around that time, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was in a cage back there.
I mean, it
Oh,
says that it's a horror movie, but I don't know.
It looks like it's subdued a lot.
Yeah.
they needed Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. Oh my God. Making his wooden shoes.
Yeah, he's a cobbler.
And I'm a cobbler.
He's like, I drove all the way across the great state to be here today. Now this trailer was dropped in November, but somehow we missed it because I don't think I've seen it.
It's got my boy in it.
Yeah, that's what
Jason
the trailer we watched earlier. This was the one that played right after, and I was like, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, and Casey Affleck. I'm ready.
Dang.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Our friend taking a shit. Oh, he's got a hangover because that's what he does. He's playing, dude. He's doing his normal thing.
Yeah.
I think this is Amazon. That's their font and their screen. So he's the family guy and he's the like crazy friend.
Yeah.
So she looks like she has cancer or something. Oh shit. Mm-mm. It ain't gonna be a couple of weeks. This is like a woke Uncle Buck, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's gonna die at the end of that movie.
Or earlier.
And it's gonna be sad. Don't be selfish. See, this is gonna be serious.
Mm.
Dude, if you go through something like that, you hope to have somebody like him there.
Yeah, right.
Like having a puppy or something.
With a driver's license.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, they'll have their scene where he's like, "Why the fuck are you hanging around, man? Like, you need to go."
And
And
he's like,
they
no,
have it out.
I'm here for you guys.
It looks pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for movies like that.
All right, surprise trailer, Adam.
All right, I mean, hang on.
No, man, no,
All
now.
right, well, here's what happened. HBO Max made a modern trailer for The
Uh-huh.
Exorcist.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Modern trailer for The Exorcist with some updated graphics, some different cuts. You know, they cut the trailer like they're
What?
cut now. I
Right.
saw this on one of the
Oh.
movie news sites. Now, here's what you know, we got a guy, he's like, yeah, these modern trailers are pretty cool. But this guy right here, he's like, yep, this is a modern trailer, shows the whole fucking movie in 2 minutes. But I thought this when I ran
Alright.
across it, I was like, oh, we gotta watch it. Like, we all remember the fucking Exorcist
Yeah.
trailer. Like, I think we watched it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh God. Really? They played Amazing Grace?
They are. They never would have done that back in the day.
No.
What's
Oh, I like
wrong
that
with me?
fade.
Well, they're doing that weird thing they do with the music,
Yeah.
where they slow it down, make it creepy. It is cut like a modern trailer.
Yeah. God, this movie's so fucking good.
Yeah. What a creepy little bitch. That's a fucking classic shot. Creepy music. Amazing Grace?
I mean, how fucking good is The Exorcist, though?
Yeah. And we're still
Like,
doing the thing. You remember they're gonna do another one.
I
We're doing
know.
the Was It Worth It?
Yeah.
So I'm
But,
excited to
dude,
cover that one. Oh, dude.
I mean,
Masterpiece.
that was one of those films that we used to watch every Halloween. Me and my dad would watch it every Halloween. Like, without fail, for like several years in a row,
Yeah.
we would watch it. And it's just, there's so many iconic scenes in that one film. It defined horror forever.
Yeah.
God,
Stepping
it's
stone.
yes, it's such a good movie.
But yeah, I thought that was cool that they're doing that. I think
Yeah.
they have a version of it on their streaming platform. I'm gonna go check because I have HBO Go Max now. But
Yeah.
I think they've put a version in there, and it said on it was on one of those movie sites that they did like they added some stuff, a little a little touch up here and there, maybe
Yeah.
even fucked with the color a little bit. What's crazy about that movie is when you watch it, you know it's old because you can hear like when the dialogue,
Yeah, it's
like there's no
fuzzy.
bass and it's
Yeah.
all mid range.
Yeah.
Walkie talkies is what they were using, as microphones.
Yeah. Man, I could watch that movie right now.
That
Like if
trailer
I
make you
put
want to watch it, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I put on The Exorcist right now, especially a Blu-ray copy of The
Oh,
Exorcist, I would not go to sleep until the movie went off.
yeah.
And
You
then I
wouldn't be
wouldn't be
able
able to go
to.
to sleep after that because I would be scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was cool when I ran across it. I don't want to drop
I liked it. I liked it. So, what are we watching next week?
I don't know, man.
I mean, should we watch the Tom Holland Pattinson?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, let's do it.
Y'all want to do that?
It's already up. Hell yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking it up here. It is called The Devil All the Time.
That's it.
Right. I mean, we've got Bill Skarsgård, Tom Holland,
Come on.
Sebastian Stan, Jason Clarke, who I really like, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great cast. And I love this poster. I can't copy it because fuck IMDb, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will get a screen grab of it right now. And it came out on Netflix.
Yeah. I think it was a Netflix movie. Well,
Yeah.
it was shot, I think, and it somehow made it to them, but or they probably put the money up for it. But hell yeah.
So
Because I've been wanting to
yeah,
watch that, but I've been podlocked on it.
yeah, same.
It just gives me a reason to watch it.
Yeah.
So we come in next week with that to stand. When does WandaVision start?
Friday.
So we can come in with that.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
got The Stand, WandaVision, and Devil All the Time.
Hell yeah. Sounds like an episode to me.
Sounds like a riot.
$199.
Are we going to do anything
200.
special?
I mean, I don't know. Let's think about it over the week,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about it next week. And because I mean,
Yeah.
200. Over 12,000 plays.
That's crazy. Thanks for everybody that's been listening, you know?
Yeah.
I
don't know who you
mean,
are, but
yeah.
let me throw this at you. Watch this. And I'll do it again when we hit 200, the final number. Nope. Okay, here we go. 419 minutes is how long the audio of every episode.
That's how long we've been going.
419 minutes.
I mean, that is almost 7 days, right?
We got 198 episodes. Well, this one will add to that.
Yeah. I mean, dude. When did we start?
2016.
That's when we started?
We were at the end of 15.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
we came in because it was like December or something, but we came in with 16. We locked a name down. We started it. We have been here every fucking week pretty much.
Yeah.
Since then.
Few exceptions, yeah.
Yeah. Even when Griffin had coronavirus.
Yeah, nothing was holding us back, dude. But yeah, I mean, I'll brainstorm a little bit, you know. I gotta, we'll come up with some ideas for 200. Because, like, really, we've got next week, which will be Devil All the Time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after that will be 200. And then the next week after that is February the 1st, which gets us into Foreign Film February.
Well, here's the thing. On 200, are we going to do the movies we like through the year? We could talk about that.
I think we should do a recap of like our top 5 that we've done so far.
Yeah, as a whole or each of us?
No, each of us.
So every episode.
Every episode,
Whoa.
all 200. How about we do a top 10 each?
Whoa, dude. 10 of them?
200. Yeah, 200 episodes.
It's hard though to put some of them in like certain orders.
Well,
you know
it's
what I mean?
in
Like
it's yeah, no specific order.
It's hard though. Like, who's number one? It's
Oh well,
yeah.
I mean,
it ain't
it
Wonder
is
Woman.
hard.
I mean,
for sure, right?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think we should do something like that. We do a top 10 of what we've done so far.
Uh-huh.
And we can, because we'll do the
Talk about the
Stand
shows.
and WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah.
And then do some movie news and some trailers and just talk about, the pod.
Yeah, here's the thing. If Justice League doesn't drop, that's what that episode is.
If it does drop, though.
Yeah, it's like scratch it.
Dude,
200 is Justice League.
wouldn't that be a fucking present from the
I almost
god?
want to send him an email and be like, bro, can we get like an early viewing or something?
Yeah,
I'm
for
dying
real,
over here,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
He's like, why should I let you guys watch this early? I'm like, dude, we've been doing a podcast since 2016. We've been bitching about this shit the whole
Yeah.
time. Here's what's going
I
to happen,
started.
guys. Mark my words. They're going to release that Suicide Squad cut. Mark my
Yeah.
words. That's happening.
I'm
It'll
excited
happen.
about
There's no confirm that it's happening, but people are starting the rumbles. They're like, release that cut.
it. Yeah, why not?
It'll happen. What are you saying? You started what?
I mean, we've talked ever since Justice League came out in 2017.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
I think that we've championed more for the Snyder Cut than Zack Snyder has.
Yeah.
So we deserve to get early access.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, Devil All the Time next week. We got 2 shows. It's going to be an action-packed, fun-filled week.
Yeah. Dead Live. Watch it.
Yes, please, dude. If you love comedy horror, please do yourself a favor.
If you've never seen this movie, you don't know like how bad you need to see it.
Yeah, for sure.